Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. We're back to the final sequence of the game. And this part right here will be in both my Paragon and my Renegade playlist, or yeah, playlist. So for those of you who are in my Renegade playlist, this is my Paragon character that I also made a Paragon playthrough with. So that is why she looks different than the regular Shepard or the Renegade Shepard that I had. And the reason I'm doing this is because we have a third option. And this third option is the option I have not chosen yet. I picked the Renegade option for my Renegade playthrough, the Paragon option for the Paragon playthrough. So now I will pick the middle of the line option, which, if you don't remember, is to combine all organic and synthetic into one being by recreating the DNA genetic coding and make up a new kind of species. So let's waddle our way to the giant beam of light and see what this ending is about. Oh, and also just to tell you that if the three endings right here doesn't change. I tried it. I also did Paragon, but I chose the Renegade. It's still the same thing as my Renegade playthrough. And I also did the same for my Renegade playthrough by picking the Paragon one. And it's the same thing as my Paragon playthrough. So it's not different at all. So this three ending is static. It doesn't change no matter what you did in the game. So that is why there's only three endings for me. And you guys want to see the Paragon or Renegade ending, depending on which, if you haven't seen one of them, then check out the other playlist. And jump! Of course. We're seeing the same flashback as before. I still don't get why they chose Liara as one of your flashbacks. She's only been in 2 games, while Garrus or Tali has been in all 3 games. So why Liara? I don't get it. Oh, so the middle of the line pick is green. I expected purple, because blue and red makes purple, so I really expected purple, not green. But hey, I can deal. Yep, it's the same thing, just like the other 2. The difference will be when the blast hits. That's the only difference between the cutscenes. The color of the blast and what the Reapers will do when the blast hits them. Here it comes. Here it comes. The green light. Okay. What? They just left? Just like the Paragon one? Seriously? They just left. That's lame. So the only difference is the color. The only difference between the Elusive Man and ending and this ending is, which I will call this ending Shepard's ending. So the only difference is the color. Lame. And of course, the mass relay gets destroyed. Just like in all the ending. And of course, Joker is trying to get away from the blast. Let's see if this part is any different. Better be. Better be different than Paragon 1. If it's the same, then it'd be pretty useless. So in this ending, for the Renegade ending and the Paragon ending, it's the same. Let's see if it's different here. Yup, look at that. He's part synthetic now. Damn, he looks cool. And Edie is also part organic. They're perfect for each other. I don't get why Joker is still waddling. He doesn't have the bone disease anymore. He's part synthetic, so. Oh, so cute. Joker and Edie finally get to be together. Oh, and there's my lover. She's also synthetic now. I like that ending actually. It's different. And there you have it. The 3 ending to Mass Effect 3. And we will sit through the credits one more time. Or a second time, depending on how many times you watch it. So there you go. The 3 endings to Mass Effect 3. And I did try my Renegade playthrough for one of the endings, and the same. Again, I'll say that, you know. The only thing I'm questioning is, what if my galactic readiness, or not, like military strength, was like at the minimum bar? The 3 animated ending will probably be the same still. But the leading up sequence probably would be different. I don't know. Because I did try replaying the ending sequence with like 8,000 galactic readiness points, and it's the same thing as my other 2 playthrough, which is only at 3,000 something. So let's give these guys a 3rd times in my videos. 3 times now I have listened through this credits, and they deserve it. It's a very good game. I really enjoyed it. I played 60 hours of this game, right? Yes, my Renegade playthrough, my Paragon playthrough, both of those take about nearly 35 hours to finish each of them. So in reality, I almost got to 70 hours of gameplay out of this game for playing it twice. So yeah, it's amazing. And I sat through the 2nd playthrough, you know, without skipping anything, simply because it's so different from my Renegade playthrough, to where if you watch both, you would know that I start off on the extremes. My Renegade playthrough have no original characters from the first game, except for either Ashley or Caden, depending on which one you have alive, and Liara. Those are the only 2 characters, you know, 2 because one of them, Ashley or Caden, would have died in the first game, and Liara. So only 2 returning characters from the past 2 Mass Effect games. And the storyline, yes, I admit it's the same, but the characters are different, and it's interesting to see Reeve, Rex's brother, or this other Solarian guy that replaces Morden, you know? All of this is different, and it's quite interesting to see how they made the game when characters die out, like they die during a suicide mission on Mass Effect 2. And I find that really interesting to see. And then I did my Paragon playthrough, where I did all Paragon in my Mass Effect 1 and 2, and all my characters are alive from Mass Effect 2. So Garrus, Tali, all of those people, Grunt, Samara, Legion, everyone is alive. So my second playthrough of that, my second playthrough, the Paragon playthrough, is much different. And I really enjoyed both playthroughs, as I was an engineer in one and an adept in one, and I played hardcore in my Renegade playthrough, and I played normal in my Paragon playthrough. And let me tell you, playing on normal difficulty is a lot more fun than playing on hardcore difficulty, simply because enemies die at a reasonable amount of hits, meaning it doesn't take 2 to 3 clips of ammunition to kill one thing, you know? One strong thing like a brute or a banshee. So and they don't do massive amount of damage to you, which is a good thing. So I really enjoyed both playthroughs, and if you watch both playthroughs, wow, I don't expect everyone to watch both playthroughs, but if you did, thank you, and I hope you also enjoyed it with me, because I really had fun in both playthroughs, even though, like, in my Renegade playthrough, I kind of just snapped there at the very end because enemies are just ridiculously strong and I could not handle it anymore. And I started, like, I put in another cheat, which is, what is it, no cooldown on my abilities. And that's the only other cheat I use to beat the rest of the hardcore Renegade playthrough. And I also used that in my normal playthrough, but then I only used my abilities up until like the middle of the game, per se, when I was playing Paragon, and I started using weapons. So hey, that cheat doesn't really come into play that much anyways. But it's a gameplay, yes, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know how to express it anymore. Of course, I will be making a Mathot videos on this game. Probably after this credit ends, because it's still fresh in my mind. All 3 endings are still fresh in my mind. Both Paragon and Renegade storyline is still fresh in my mind. All the characters that I've met that replaces my staple characters, or the staple characters like Rex, or Tali, which, it's interesting. And the ending of the game is pretty cool, and I really liked it. I thought it was very well done. The only thing I didn't like about the ending was that the Mass Effect relay got destroyed. There was no option to prevent that from happening. Which means now every single race has to start over. From their own system, and then they will have to build their own mass relays. So, and I can't wait until the next Mass Effect game. I really can't. And they're gonna make another one. And as I said many times during my playthrough, they're going to make a Mass Effect game that revolves around Major Coast, if you remember him from the ending of the game there, and his storyline on defending Earth with Admiral Anderson. They're gonna make that. I can see it now. The only reason why they introduced Major Coates at the end of the game like that is because they are gonna make another game that revolves around him and how he defended Earth. And yes, this is a secret ending that is not really a secret, because if you skip the credit, you can still see it.
Did that all really happen?
And I still don't think it's very necessary to have it in the ending of the game anyways.
It all happened so very long ago.
When can I go to the stars?
So the planet they're looking at is Earth, right? It looks like it's Earth. So if that is Earth, which it really looks like it is Earth, where are they standing and looking at Earth from? Because the moon is right there. So that it's standing on what exactly? An asteroid?
Every world could be home to a different form of life. And every life is a special story of its own.
Tell me another story about the Shepard.
Shepard.
It's getting late.
Herding sheep.
Okay. One more story.
Yep, see? one more story. That means there is going to be another game. They're foreboding it so much in that ending. That's the only good thing about that ending. If you call making another Mass Effect game a good thing. But you expected it to happen. You knew they were gonna not end the Mass Effect series with just Shepard. They're gonna make another Mass Effect game. And there you have it, the three endings. Now that I've seen all three, and I've played both Paragon and Renegade, I can now have an objective view on this game, and I will be giving you my thoughts on it in my thoughts video, and I will see you there.